and a very, very generous contributor to charitable causes. Millions of dollars spent here on charity vehicles at Barrett Jackson over the years. And with that, it's 5,000 hour. It's a little bit early for our On Time with Bridgestone. Let's change it. We'll call it Early with Bridgestone because there's so much we want to bring you over the next couple of hours. These incredibly choice collector cars, beginning with lot number 5,000 in 1954. Mercedes-Benz 300SL, known around the world as simply a Gullwing.
Bob, of all the amazing things you can say about a 300SL Gullwing coupe, what amazes me most about this is that this car has less than 5,000 miles on the odometer. How, in 60 years, has this car traveled just 5,000 miles?
This car is one of the most low mileage Gullwings there is in the planet. We don't know if it's the lowest mileage, but it is a very, very original car. It's had a repaint. Other than that, the interior, the engine compartment. It also has the original set of wheels and tires are in our property room. They go with the vehicle. We all need to catch our breath after that, Steve. I worried about running the fair lane just before the salon. Said we got to catch our breath after that. That was absolutely amazing. I think we all caught our breath now. Let's this salon is something that we've been talking about. The next 2 hours we're going to run some of the most fantastic cars. It's a little bit different because some of these cars have reserves. As you all know, we've been no reserve for so many years, but we wanted to get back to our roots and get some of the world's greatest cars back into Barrett Jackson. Before we start, I want to thank Don Williams, Ron Pratt, Chuck Swimmer, Bob Lukowski, everybody who and Mark Hyman and Tommy Crook, who consigned their cars to our salon and helped us and gave us long lead cars so that we could publicize them around the world and bring the world here to Barrett Jackson to buy the best. Let's cue the video.
This 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300SL Gullwing coupe is one of only 146 ever built. This rare automobile is a true time warp piece that has been cared for and sheltered for over 5 decades and driven just a bit over 4,000 miles. The Gullwing's pedigree is impeccable as a race car turned production car, beautifully designed and crafted. Other than a repaint to bring it back to its original silver color, this Mercedes is the same as when it left the factory.
Well, it is absolutely heavy metal o'clock here, and I promise you for the next 2 hours, there's Don Williams of the Black Hawk Collection right there. For the next 2 hours, you're going to see a rolling concourse, the likes of which you haven't seen.
30 cars in all, one after another. The very best about to cross the block, beginning with this Gullwing.
And Bob, this car does have a reserve, a minimum bid that must be met for it to sell. We had an email question about these hood bubbles that you see on some high-performance Mercedes to this day. Styling or function? The 6-cylinder engine in this car is installed at an angle, and a bubble was needed to cover the camshaft timing chain cover and also the intake plenum. So those are functional and stylish all at the same time.
Of course, we saw them reappear in 1956 on the restyled Corvette as a nod and a tribute, undoubtedly, from the guys in Michigan to the guys in Stuttgart.
$1 million babies are here.
And the reserve is off, and the crowd goes wild as we close in on $2 million.
$2 million in the skybox.
Think he wanted it?
He wasn't quitting.
Thank you, Don, for bringing us that.
I guess it's kind of like what Louis Armstrong said about jazz. If you have to ask, you wouldn't understand.
$5,000.2, the 1939 Buick Roadmaster convertible sedan.
It's part performance, part romance. It's all about the passion.